Welcome, Wasteland aficionados, to the continuation of Let's Build a Overwhelmingly Gigantic Settlement here at the Tenpines something or other. And boy, have I pickled myself into a dilly. Yeah, and what I mean by that is I have built a lot in a relatively small settlement. Well, okay, I guess it's not really that small. I mean, geez, even without the upper layers over here, we definitely have a lot going on. And as far as decorating goes, I don't think I'm going to decorate the whole entire thing. So, yeah, it is what it is. And if you don't like it, tough noogies. Okay, so in the last episode, we did this monstrosity here. We finally found a way to connect to this, to that, to kind of make it work. We repaired the house down here. If we can get the door, there we go. We got a tub sitting there and a mattress sitting over there, and we come on up here, and we were starting to work on the walls. Got ourselves a nice little ramp that connects us, boom, right up to here. And yeah, we built this thing too, I believe. And there we are. So one of you had given me the coolest freaking idea that I'd ever heard of, that I can't believe in all the years that I've been doing this, I never once considered doing it. And I feel really stupid and shameful for not ever thinking of it, because it's just so darn simple. And I'm looking at this thing here, and I can't thank you enough, and I'm so sorry I don't know your name off the top of my head, because I didn't look at the thing before I came here. But a billion thank yous for the idea, and I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about, which I think I know what they were saying, but if not, it gave me the idea of what I'm about to do. So either way, many, many thank yous. So, one of the things I've complained about a lot, and I do a lot of complaining, is that there are not a lot, if any, windows in this darn game when you're building. And I usually use something like this, or in the case over there, I just left a blank area. And from what they had said, I believe what they were saying is to make a doorway. We're going to make a doorway. We're going to make a doorway. Make it face the right way. Now it's going to embarrass me with... There we go. So, let's just say we're going to leave that there. So you make a doorway, and then you can take something like that in one form or another and put it in there, and now you've got a window. Like, how cool is that? Like, how have I never thought of doing that before? Or even using, you know, other sections of this and that, etc. But that's awesome. I can't believe I never thought of doing something so stupidly simple to make a dang window. So, yeah, I mean, if you've never thought of doing that either, why didn't you figure that out and tell me? But otherwise, there you go. There's something really, really cool. And I think we're just going to have to cheat on this one to bring it on over, because it just does not want to snap. But yeah, I mean, that's so freaking cool. Like, I can't believe I never thought of doing something like this to get myself a window. I mean, the closest I ever came up with my tiny little feeble brain was to do this, which, you know, it works, but I honestly think that looks cooler. And, you know, it works with both of these doors. Where's the other one? There it is. So, yeah, that's some fancy schmancy stuff, and maybe we'll do one on each side. Boom. And I don't know if they mentioned using other railings, and I'm thinking if I could find the darn things. Maybe they... No, because that wouldn't work. What do we got? There's no railings in here. But yeah, that was essentially what they were telling me. It's to use railings to create windows. Obviously not these, because they don't have any wall things to them. What does that little symbol mean? How have I never noticed that before with the wrench there and what looks like the yeah, Deathclaw head? Is that supposed to mean like it's super tough? I've never noticed that before. And this one's got a boat? What in the world is that? I've never noticed that before, so that's just totally blowing my mind. I suppose you could, if you got like really glitchy, put like half a door in place too. Something like that. And then there you go, you got another window. I don't know if I'd use that one per se, but you get the idea. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna leave that. That's, oh wait, no, that's blocking my lower window that I purposely saved. So yeah, we'll just oops, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that, I said. Now let's see what else we got in here we can maybe play around with. That's about it. Picket fences, I mean, that could potentially work. That's actually kind of neat too. Quite drafty. But then again, I mean, so is that. You just have an opening. But you know what? I'm going to leave that. Yeah, we're going to leave it. Alright. What else we got in here? I suppose you could kind of do the same with that. You put that in there. I mean, like any doorway, really. Yeah, my mind was completely blown. Like I said, I couldn't believe I had never considered doing that before. And now that I know, knowing is half the battle. 10 gajillion interwebs, if you understand that reference. And I know this is going to end up being tall, but that's okay. I'm just gap filling because we have to. So we're just going to kind of throw this in and whatever. If it ends up being too tall, so what? I mean, that's the way it would really be. You'd just be out there finding rando stuff to build walls with, so sue me. Now, I think I am going to use some of the traditional hangout walls for this side of the domicile here. And yeah, we are going to end up hanging out over the side here. We'll alternate a little here. I'll put this one here. Does that look? Does that look stupid? It's not the end of the world if it hangs over. I don't really care. Just does it look stupid? That's the most important thing. Or should we just fill that in? Maybe. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do that. Why is that one so far? There we go. That looks better. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. Alright. Sweet. Now we need some roofuses. Do we have roofs in here? We do. I always forget that there's roofs in here. See, now that always ends up looking kind of against the regular corrugated sheet metal. Or should say it looks too nice. So maybe we'll go with, yeah, something like that. Something a little dingier. Alright, where can I get you to snap? Anywhere? Really? Nowhere? Okay. We're going to do this the hard way. We'll have to pop you down and hope for the best. Of course, we're going to have to make sure that we're not glitching through the wall there. You can already tell that's crooked. Crooked like a politician. Okay. I think, alright, now do these snap? Nice. I mean, of course I knew they snapped, but I meant the way that I had them. Of course, they should snap anyway. Like that. Ooh, do we want to leave that? Ooh, is that even going to fit? So we have like an overhang. Ooh, just squeaks by. But then, of course, we got that, which that ain't good. So, we're going to have to do some finagling. So we're going to have to back this off. Ooh, look at that. It's like seamless. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Oh, wait. Hang on. Turn my snapping back on. I get that one to do that. Oh yeah! Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah! Yeah, see, it sticks up a little right there, but I really don't care. This is one janky, junky house. Who gives a flippin' flappin', right? Come on in here, and oh yeah, look at that. We got roofs. We got walkways. We got some freaking windows, man. How cool is that? Yeah, we don't do Mac, we do Windows. Alright. So, we need to put up some railings here because safety first, people. And we also need some sidewalls in there. So, let's get our halfy walls all the way down here at the very end. Yeah, maybe we'll just put... Get in there. There we go. We'll do that guy there. And that little doer there. Now, what kind of railings do I want? You know what? We're going to go with scaffolding ones, I think. I don't use these enough. Ah, I don't. You're not going to snap. Oh, son of a gun. That's really starting to annoy me. Try to keep it clean here. All right. Let's go something on this side and just make it all even, Steven. Yeah, that works. Okay. Little guy. Where's the little guy? There we go. There's the little guy. Oh, the little guy snaps. Wrongly, of course. We're going to have to scooch him on over. Well, there you go. We did it. We have rebuilt the house. And let's see what else we got going on here. We got the greenhouse. We got to put some plants in here and make a business. And let's see, down this way, we just got a house with 2 doors. Maybe this will end up being a business too. I don't know what that's going to be. Got some stairs, another little place. We got the guard tower thing, so we can go pew pew, and then run in here and hide. Oh, that looks kind of dangerous. We might have to stick a little something there, because that looks like you can fall. All right. Thanks for telling me, everybody. Let's, how far is that gonna stick out? No, we're good. We do have some battling textures here, so boop that down and boop that up. There we go, because that's just, that bugs me. Nice! Alright, oh, and that is actual functioning guard tower. I forgot that that was. You know what? We don't really have any protection yet. Ooh, hello. Where can I stick a U? Or can I? I don't think I have any room. Nowhere feasible anyway. Alright. Maybe something. What the heck is that thing? Oh, okay, yeah, that's my blueprint thing. So that in case, when I'm done with this, if y'all want, I can make a blueprint so you can download this settlement and make it your own. If you guys want that, just let me know in the comments down below, and I can make that happen. You need to be on PC, though. Unfortunately, I have no way of converting it to Xbox, and certainly not PlayStation, because Sony is uncool and won't let you do anything cool. Alright, what was I saying? Guard stuff, defense, turrets. Let's see, what do we got? Heavy machine gun, lasers. I want freaking sharks with freaking laser beams. Ooh, missiles. I love me some missiles. You know what? We're gonna give these guys a little helping hand. I'm gonna put this up here for... Oh, they need power. I forgot about that. It's been so long because I've used special turrets that don't need power. So you know what? We are gonna place some rando spots. This is probably gonna irritate the people who live here once they're up and running, because you're gonna have to listen to that thing. But it's also the sound of safety, so I think that's something worth dealing with. Oh, and see, if we put this guy here, it gives a little protection. Nice. Alright. What else we got? Down here? Is that tall enough? That is fantastical. Missiles everywhere. I don't think we want to put one on top of here because it could potentially blow itself up by hitting the blades. Okay. How much power are we making? 369. And how much does this thing take? 1. Alright, so that leaves us 8. Now, how much do these guys take? 2! You selfish, hungry little boogers. Alright, so let's go ahead and wire these in then. We're gonna start... I'm done building, I think, so I'm gonna start working on some decorating. I might put like another little building in somewhere. And I don't know how much decorating I'm gonna do because I hate decorating, as I've said before. And there's a lot of decorating to do. That's problem that I always get myself into because I love to build. And I just build, and then end up with so many things to decorate. There we go. Alright, we want to go here. And then we want to go here. Right. And we're going to connect there. Oh yeah! We are in busyness. Alright. So, let's see. I suppose, well, I don't have anything else going over that way, so... Let's see. Where did I put everything? Sorry if I'm making you all dizzy. Oh, I do have one over there. You know what? We can put another one of these guys in here, I suppose. This will kind of also give us the illusion of stuff. I don't know. Alright, we can connect to that. Nice! And wonder if we can make it up there. Let's try it. Do a shortcut if we can. Oh baby. Now we're talking. Where did I go? Oh, I got one over there. And one over there. Then one over there. Let's see, where did I go? Here, okay. So, we can get one maybe here. Probably can't make that spans. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, a little trick. Bring that closer. Then do that. Then, bam, slide it on over. That's how you make that happen. It works just about anywhere. Like, right now, I'll just put one here. Connect those guys. It does increase your distance by quite a bit, but not infinite, so just be aware of that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with some really saggy wires. Let's see if we can make that go there. Oh, we're out of juice already? What the fudge? I only connected one thing plus that. Don't tell me like these things... No. Right? How many did I connect? 1, 2. Did I miss something? Did I connect another one that I forgot? No. Alright, so... We're gonna have to do one of the cheats that one of you guys had mentioned before. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna put one of these in place. And connect it to here. And then we're gonna take this bad boy and hide it underground. This is something I've done in the past. I haven't done it in a long time, simply because I usually use a mod that gives me wireless power that powers like everything in here, and I don't have to worry about hardwiring stuff. So, unfortunately, though, I don't have that luxury because we are trying to work without mods. And I did that because that is something that you can do on your own, on a non-modded build. So, little things like that are acceptable. Okay. which way do we want to go? I think we're going to cut right through the heart of our settlement. Can we make that jump? Yes, we can. All right. Might have to move our little fireplace there. Or maybe we can just stick that guy right there. Because we can. So let's go ahead and do that. We make that jump. Nice. Alright. Probably could make that too, but I think it looks cooler when you do stuff like this. Plus it also makes it look like it's powering the houses slash shacks, whatever you want to call it. Bam! Alright. We are, what are we up to? 30 defense. Alright. Now, we got a plan. Yes, we're going to go that way. Okay, I see it. We're going to grab this guy right here. Let's put you... Right thing? How come that looks different than that one? Are there two different types? Did I miss something here? Oh, there are two different types. Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. Oh, okay. What a dummy. It's been so long since I've used these things, I forgot that there were two separate types. Some that have power switches and some that don't. Alright. Now. One of these guys. Yeah. I'll put you right in the corner. Oh, so that's probably going to interfere too. So we're going to connect that there first. Then we're going to stick this over here in the corner. There we go. Now we can connect that guy. Bingo bango. Now, we'll use another one of these guys. We'll start here and connect that to that. And we'll get you on over here. Of course, it's going to glitch through that thing. And I don't really care. Let's pretend there's a hole there. Okay. Now we're going to go right here. We're going to make that work. Great. Awesome. And let's see, what do we have? That one up there and that one over there. We have room right here. Excelente. I'm going to put you facing like that. We're going to come on over here. Like that. And we're going to make the jump up and over. We're just going to stick you here like that. Connect you down like that. Of course, you're not going to let me because it interferes. Oh, fudgicles with the building there. So we're going to do it this way. And then we're going to glitch it. And then, yeah, I know it's going to go through the thing. That's fine. I won't tell if you won't. Alright. So in the meantime, let's do that too. Or wait. That is kind of a bit of a jump there. Wait, why was I doing that? That's not going to work anyway. Let's just make that guy. Let's connect that to that. You know what? Maybe we'll put it on top. Like that. How cool is that? Nice. Alright, then we can do that so that we can connect there. Excelente. So by doing all of this too, I'm also going to be providing hopefully enough power throughout the settlement so that I can have lights everywhere. So that's also part of the big goal here. We can get some lights going. So we'll stick this guy here. Probably going to need a second one. Oh wait! You should be getting power now. Did I not connect a line? Is that why that didn't power up? No, connected. No, those are all good. Alright, so we can get rid of that guy. We probably just have to reconnect this. What the fudge? Alright, I got a break somewhere. That's connected. That's connected. Is this... It should be sending some juice. Right? These are all connected in sync with each other, are they not? Oh, you aren't. That's why. You dirty rat. There we go. Okay. We got a power line there. We got a power line there. So we should be able to maybe stick a light bulb in the cupola. Francis Ford cupola. We do not have any power going to this house yet. Where can we tap in? Here. Let's tap, tap it, tap. Ah, you jerk. Alright, let's... Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's go for a wall. Harvey wall banger. Nice. And we can stick you there. And maybe from over in this direction we can do the same there. So we can try to close off that gap. Excellent. Alright, that's a pretty decent start. And then as we zip along to add light, we can add it where we need it. It's one of the things I love doing with these cupolas. Boom! Shoving a light bulb in there. Of course, that's not centered, so we gotta fix that. So let's move that over. I'll put this guy back down. Nice. Alright. We're also going to illuminate our walkways in here. Because who wants to walk through a dark tunnel? I mean, okay, I do, but not everybody's demented like I am, so... Alright. So yeah, when I build, one of the first things I do after I build is I usually like to place my lights. There we go. Let's use one of these guys. Just so that, one, I can check to make sure that my power is all set every which way, which I know we're probably not going to be able to reach down here with the electricity. And, well, let's go for some of these guys. And two, it helps to light up the inside so that as I build... Oh, look at that, it did. I can see what I'm doing. Nice. Let's throw up a single guy there. Another little guy there. There we go. Oh yeah, we probably need some light over here. There. Where'd you go? Over there. Get over there. Alright, let's just stick it here. That's good enough. Okay. And then maybe we want some inviting lights from outside. Let's put like one of these dudes here. One of those dudes there. Nice. Okay. We could also hang some lights from under here as well, which actually that's a pretty good idea. What do we have? What do we have? String lights. Perfect. Let's stick... let's start here. Nice. We got a pretty good coverage of power distribution going on. Stick that there. Oh yeah, I did plant an elevator. I was thinking of using an elevator, but I think I decided not to. Just wasn't gonna fit the build. Oh, let's move you over. Get you between these two guys. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Come on down here. And we'll skip the little doer. Go to the big ones, like so. Nice. And we'll do the same over here as best we can. Fantastical, and I think that's all we need for that. And we can do the same here. So we're getting some streetlights, essentially. Actually, we'll be putting in probably a few streetlights, but this is a little more fun. Maybe something you guys have never thought of before. I highly doubt it. You guys are smarter than me. Whoa! What are you doing up in the air? Yeah, that's really glitching. Alright, we're gonna have to change that. Alright, let's take that wire out temporarily. And let's go back to here. And yeah, we're gonna put a side door in. And we're gonna stick it right about here. Then we'll connect that to that. And see if we can glitch that into that. No. So we'll do this again. Bring that there. Do that. Get ourselves up here so we can see what we're doing. That way we can put that there. And then... Alright, we're just gonna have to cheat. Of course that messes up the wiring. I forgot that does that. So... Oh, look at that! It worked. Fantastic. Alright, let's see. What else we got? I guess we'll keep heading this way. Alright, so now more over in this section because it's a bit more open and we don't really have too much coverage. We're going to start using some street lamps of some sort. I think I have access to some. Should. Right? Right? No! What the crud? I thought there were like streetlights available. Am I missing something here? Don't tell me all of those were... yeah. Mods. There isn't a single street lamp. Oh, right here, you big dope. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Okay. Oh, and I gotta hardwire these two. The plus side is these do act as, we can make them act as telephone poles, so we can actually get rid of this wire. Oops. No. And connect them in sequence like that. So they look a little prettier. And we're going to back this guy off quite a bit. Right about there. Excellent. Now we got some street light there. Where else can we stick one? Maybe here. And then we'll put that in line with that guy. And that'll help light up the bridge as well. Bring it right about there. We'll put one over here. Right about here, I suppose. And we'll connect that to that. Let's see how we doing. Oof, that's gonna be tight. Don't touch the wires, kids. Very bad for you. I haven't saved once, and it's almost the end of the video. I'll do a quick save now. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make it dark. So that we can actually see where the lights are really needed. And let's do world, time, make it 3 a.m. Or midnight. Yeah, midnight. Boom. Dark. Okay. There we go. Now we can see where we're getting some light. Excellent. Now right now I'm working on just getting ourselves going down the main path here. This is going to be a difficult spot because I don't really want to intrude on the garden. So, let's put one down here. And see if that's going to give us enough light between there and there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. Oh, there is some space here. I didn't realize. Okay, let's move this on over. There we go. And then we can actually still put one here, too. Right there. Excellent. No, let's connect them all to this central point. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to have to do some underlighting there. And then over here, I'll stick this guy. Yeah. We'll connect like that. Excellent. We are not going to put any lights on the gardens because plants actually do need some darkness at night. And, you know, as much as they do need sunlight, they also do require a little bit of darkness. Especially if they're flowering plants. If I remember my botany correctly. If I remember the correct word, too. I'm pretty sure it's botany. Spooner was once a genius. Not really. There we go. Let's see, what do we got? Got anything over here we can connect to easily? Not really. Son of a gun. And I don't want to connect to that. So, we're going to have to make a connecting point. Let's see. We can get a connector here. Now if you get this just right on the corner, boom, just like that, you can stick that bad boy right in there, and it works. And we're gonna put you up there so we can connect you there. Excellent. Nice. Lights everywhere. Almost. Okay. And what do we got down in here? Let's see. Oh, that's the tricycle. What is that? No, we can leave that corner dark. We got light over here. We got light here. We need light. A little bit of light right here. String lights to the rescue. One there. One there. Nice. Okay. I think that's just about the whole walkway. Oh, nope. I got over here. Gonna be fair. Stick this butte there. We can connect to that guy. Or not. Oh, right here. That works too. Connect to that one. There we go. Now, we're gonna have room. I like to do one of these things for the turrets out front. Put these right here. Nice. Wasn't sure if they were actually gonna, like, plant themselves or not. Alright, cool. Now, do I really wanna go through all the trouble of trying to get wiring over there? Actually, you know what? I got an idea. Hang on. We're gonna go to here and here and here. Do that. Just connect you to that. We're gonna stick you right there. Ah, really? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to cheat again. There we go. Nice. Okay, now we can probably do the same here. For now, let's connect you. Actually, yeah, we'll need multiples for this. We'll do the same. Connect you there. Hey, buddy, come up here a second. Connect you to that. Connect you to that. Nice. Now we'll put you back down on the ground. Like so. And then we'll take you... We'll stick you right up here on this post. Boom. Nice. I say that a lot. I'm sorry. If that annoys anybody. Yep. Let's come back in here. I can stick another piece there. That's... I don't know. I don't know. Let's think about that. But anyway, I wanted to come on out here. Plop. See, as you're approaching, you got your big gate with the lights a-flashing. Sweet! One comes in and blocks some of the light, supposedly. But it still works. Let's see. Let's see how that looks if I add that little extra piece in there. And then we're gonna sign off, my friends. Assuming we're friends. I hope we are. Everybody needs a friend, even Spooner. You know, let's make that even. Best we can. Yeah, I think I like that better. See, and this serves a double purpose, too. You come in here with your boots all muddy and stuff, you can scrape them right along the grates, get it all clean, and all that stuff just falls right underneath. See, I know what I'm doing. At least I pretend to. Ooh, everything just got quiet. Not really, but... Sweet. Nice! Alright, we have power. We have buildings. We have food. We have a little water. I gotta put some more water in. And then we're gonna start building some business. Oh, geez, look at that. That's not good. I'm gonna catch on fire. I'll move you over. I think I broke it probably because I think somebody's gonna go sit in the fire when those people come to visit. Got a weird little overhang here. Maybe I'll stick a bench or something in here to kind of block that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Did I do that? Either way, I'm leaving that. That's funny. It's sitting on its side. What the heck was that? I don't know. Okay, enough of my jibber-jabber blabbling and incoherent, I don't know, dizziness. Yeah, so as I was saying, we got power, we got lights, and we got some decorating to do, but we're gonna do that in another episode. Oh jeez, I gotta fix that. Hang on. Probably have a whole bunch of these that have to get fixed. Let's scoot you down. There we go. That looks a little better. All right, folks. You are all awesome. You guys got some really cool ideas. Thank you so much for all the things that you teach me. And I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.